the idea of investor states resolutions would be far-fetched, or that New Zealand was opposing them?
Well, firstly, let me say a few things. I'm not aware of any statements that the US Trade Representative has made. I've certainly haven't seen those. Nor have I had any discussions from the point at which you asked me that question to the statements made today, so I certainly haven't changed my position. It's not new for New Zealand to include these provisions in trade deals. We did that in the case of recent trade deals, including with China. And from the government's perspective, the advice I continue to receive is that it is far-fetched that an investor would be suing New Zealand. Nor do we believe or accept the proposition put up by James Kelsey that we somehow cede our sovereignty by signing a free trade agreement.
When you say it's far-fetched, and obviously there has been court cases under NAFTA under similar provisions, why is it far-fetched at such?
Because we don't believe the way that the provisions would be structured that they would allow frivolous claims. And in our view, the way we pass regulation laws in this country would mean that it's extremely unlikely, in our view, far-fetched that we're going to be sued. Certainly, if you look at the China experience as a good example, and I think there's a number of FTAs where we've had the same provisions. New Zealand has neither been sued nor had anyone looking likely that they would sue New Zealand.
When you say not frivolous claims, but I mean, there is in fact a court in the World Bank which would be able to deliberate on a lawsuit brought by an investor in New Zealand. So, for example, the state-owned enterprises that we're planning on selling now, or the government says it's planning on selling. An investor, if you change the regulatory framework, there's a possibility that somebody could sue the government.
Okay. We're free to take any of those questions you might have up with Tim Gross, the Trade Minister. But as far as I'm concerned, the advice I've had is that it's extremely unlikely that we would be getting sued.
Why would a US Trade Representative have told a briefing of civil society that you've retracted your comments?
Absolutely no idea. But I've made a single comment in this space to anyone since you last asked me that question in this beehive. So either I've done it telepathically, or I haven't done it at all, and I think we take the latter as the likely outcome.
Well, that comment has been referred to repeatedly by both Tim Gross and by Mark Sinclair and the various people in relation to the negotiations. They said the Prime Minister's position hasn't changed.
Correct.
Now the US Trade Representative says it has changed. I mean, you're saying that they're wrong, it hasn't changed?
Well, all I can tell you is, from the moment you asked me that question to the moment you've asked me this question, that is the first time I've discussed this matter.